So I have made over 40 2D games, but I was never into making any 3D games until I was asked, why don't I make any 3D games? And that's when I decided that it was time to step up my dimensions and make my first 3D game based on a real life event. As always, I like to give myself a certain time frame, so in this case, I decided to go with 9 days. I also wanted to invite other game devs, so I hosted my own game jam on itch.io with the theme of Lost and Found. This would be my 12th game jam that I hosted already. It's been quite well, I enjoy it a lot, and I do enjoy making game jams, so I'm probably gonna continue and doing more of these game jams in the future, all 9 days. Alright, so the first thing I got started was obviously the player movements. In this case, I wanted to do a first person kind of a view camera view. So I went with that controlling the camera angles, how the player can move left to right. Also setting up a kind of like an angular view limit where you can view up to minus 90 degrees to the bottom and up 90 degrees to the top. So you couldn't go all the way, like spinning all the way around. So I set that up on the player camera. Also, I set up the player movements so he can go left to right, going forward, right, depending on which camera position you're at. I set that one up. And also, I wanted to do a couple walls, so I just made the basic walls and flooring. For the 3D models, in this case, I use built-in assets already. In this case, I'm not that good at Blender. I'm kind of okay. I can do basic things like, boxes and simple sorts, stuff like that. So I purchased a few of the assets from the Unity Asset Store, and they're pretty good. I got to use some of the cars and use some of the doors and stuff like that. The next thing I did was set a nice atmospheric dark theme, kind of scary and spooky, all dark, and also the use of flashlights. So I kind of started testing with some other raycast with flashlight. In this case, this is 3D. Definitely raycast would work easier. Usually, when you do like a little flashlight or like a masking in the camera in a 3D view, for some reason, it doesn't kind of like light down or kind of dim down the lights. So I kind of worked the code on that. And since this was going to be a horror game, I also added a couple of horror like sound effects that I purchased from the Unity Asset Store. Great sound effects, by the way. It just made it the ambiance more scarier and spookier, right? Just like that night I had. The game was actually not too hard to make. I actually did enjoy it. I might consider myself doing more 3D games for sure now that I have that experience. I'll probably do like different more. I know it lacked kind of like the walls were too boring, so I might do more of a polished look next time. I did enjoy it and it was fun to make. Now, and also in regards to my experience, my real life experience, what happened to me. This was in my 20s. This is before, there were no smartphones or anything like that, just the regular flip phones. And what happened was I just stayed overnight in the university, just doing a lot of studying. And next thing you know, it's already like, oh shoot, it's really late. So I left, and I was one of the last persons to leave, and I parked in the parking lot. Unfortunately, I couldn't find my way through my car. I just kept hitting my alarm and I couldn't find anything. The one thing I do remember from this experience was there were a lot of rats. It was very dim lit. I did have to find a flashlight. Luckily, I did find a flashlight parking lot, I guess. There was no security anywhere, so I had no idea where I was going. Luckily, I did find my car eventually. It was in the other parking lot. And like I mentioned before, I do stream usually from Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. If you guys are interested, check out my Twitch stream. I'm always there doing game dev or playing some games. I here's some of the games that were submitted for the Mig Jam 12 Lost and Found theme. Hey, what are you doing here, kid? Gotcha. Think I understand. Ooh, beat him. And I'm guessing this is a screw, right? I thought it would spin the other way. Isn't it lefty-loosey, righty-tighty? Let's see if we can at least grab one chick. Okay, that wasn't too bad. There we go. Ooh, movie platform. Tricky. There's yes. Oh! Nuts. Okay, I think I know what to do here. Yeah, shift to run. Yeah, shift to run. That's always good. Doing shift to run is always perfect. Oh man. It makes it challenging. So we'll see if we can get all the chicks from Cowboys game. Literally the chicks. There's a chick. Chick, 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 chick. There you go. That's a well. Ah, we can hit the well. Nothing there, but maybe we can go the other way. Like here. Obtain 1 Therium. There are always still 11 treasures left. Let's see if we can do this. We beat Cowboy and get all the treasures. Oof. Too hard to grab. Ooh, come on. Ah. There we go. Oof. And they're sort of hard to grab too. They're not that easy to grab. It's kind of hard when you use the controller and you have to use F. F for fail. In my case. Can it be on top of the bed? Maybe. No. They still don't come out. Ooh, that guy got stuck. It's good when they get stuck though.